on this hump day, midweek day. Hope everybody's doing well this morning. Got some good rest last night. I wish I'd have got probably about another hour sleep. Went to bed a little later than normal, just getting everything ready for my week. Today's my Monday, y'all. If y'all don't know, Wednesday is my Monday every week. My first day of work. So a lot of stuff to do yesterday to get everything ready to rock for the week. Okay, so I want to welcome everybody officially to the Daily Reader podcast on the Tony's Journey YouTube channel, where we read from a daily reader or a devotional, and we learn tools and principles, including but not limited to prayer, meditation, and breath work that help us to stay more present and to live better lives. We meet on here Wednesday and Thursday at 7 a.m. and Friday through Tuesday at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Unless something comes up, sometimes things come up, things change, have to reschedule. Usually that's due, as many of y'all know, my grandmother's sick right now. Got a lot of stuff going on in the property out here, so usually it's due to that. If something does happen and I have to switch the schedule, but I'll do my best to give y'all as much notice as I can for even if that does happen. Should be minimizing pretty soon as we get things kind of a little bit more in order. Stuff we're doing. I keep mentioning that, but then it keeps happening. So y'all just be patient with me. I know y'all will. Y'all been great so far, so I really appreciate that. Your understanding and kindness in the situation. So, and all the prayers. Thanks for all the prayers, all the love you're sending our way as well for the family. So, if you're new here, be sure to subscribe to this channel for content and podcast episode alerts. So go ahead and come to a stopping point this morning in whatever you have going on, and just find somewhere safe where you can be comfortable for the next 5 or 10 minutes to do some self-care relaxation this morning. There we go. I'll switch things up just a tad bit with my lighting here. So I'll give you about a minute to get there. I'm going to go ahead and light the candle while you're doing that as well. If I can get my wick up, my wick looks like it's kind of down in the wax some. I think I'll be able to see how it goes. We're gonna definitely try anyway. Oh yeah, there she goes. White candle, as y'all don't know, signifies cleansing and purity. Make sure it's not doing anything affecting my plant over here. We're okay with that flame there. Oh. Okay. So whenever you're ready, if you're comfortable doing it, go ahead and close your eyes. Go listen to a little bit of nature sounds this morning over here with my projector. Sound like some crickets. Some birds in there too, some bugs. So just take some slow, deep breaths, breathing in your nose and out your mouth. Today's another day, so new day comes an opportunity to make new choices, and also a day to become better than we were yesterday, y'all. Even though if it's just 1% better, we improve our life. Even a 0.5%, y'all, just 0.5% or even 1% better each and every day. Then we'll be able to achieve our goals that we set out for ourselves. And be able to continue to grow. Oftentimes, though, this does require us to expand our comfort zone and take a risk. Many times we stay stuck because we don't want to take a risk, but we realize if we just take some risk out there, we can continue to grow, continue to improve our lives. With every breath, just feel yourself getting more and more relaxed this morning as the nervous system calms down. If you've had some coffee, you're probably all jacked up this morning. Or some caffeine, energy drink, whatever. Just allow yourself to calm back down the nervous system to get out of fight or flight, fawn or freeze, and get back into the rest and digest state. Coming out of the sympathetic nervous system and going into the sympathetic nervous system to the parasympathetic nervous system. Just continue putting your intention on the nature sounds that you hear in the background. The thought comes up, just notice it and just let it go, surrender it. And just be in the now, be in this present moment where nothing else matters but right now, right here, right now. It's where our control is at. It's in the now. It's not in the future, not in the past. It's where our power is. in the here and now. Continue breathing. In the nose, out the mouth. If you're just joining us this morning, we're doing a relaxation process to help us to get more present. Like I mentioned in the intro, more present in our lives. Relax your jaw, unclench your teeth if they're clenched. Sometimes I do that without realizing it. And just breathe. Okay, we're getting ready to do the healer's prayer. But before we do so, we're going to do one more breath. Take it in deep as you can, breathing in the nose, and on the exhale, let it out audibly. This will help release any tension that you might be still holding on to in the body. So take it in. Fill up those lungs. Let the stomach expand. And out. And prayer. I am here only to be truly helpful. I am here to represent him or her who sent me. I do not have to worry about what to say or what to do, because he or she who sent me will direct me. I am content to be wherever he or she wishes, knowing he or she goes there with me. I will be healed as I let him or her teach me to heal. That's from chapter 2 in the book, A Course in Miracles. Okay, September the 3rd. You're just joining us. We just finished our relaxation portion. We're about to do a reading from a 12-step reader. It's Al-Anon. Y'all can go and open your eyes whenever you're ready. I'm going to go ahead and get some more light on here. Brighten things up a little bit as the sun's coming up outside as well. Okay. I'm going to slide this chair just a tad bit. Oh, that's fine right there, I guess. It'd be good. Okay. Recently, I reacted to a situation. I started to get angry, really angry. I felt like a victim. Thank goodness for all the meetings I've attended and for the slogans and phrases I've heard over and over. I've also heard the word anger is just one letter short of danger. I knew my anger was leading me in a hazardous direction. In remembering this warning, my Al-Anon lessons came back to me, and I switched quickly from anger to gratitude. I considered things I could be thankful for at the moment. From anger to gratitude is a huge leap that I could take only with Al-Anon's help. I sought the place in my heart where I could find peace and serenity and move towards acceptance. I took a spot check inventory on anger. Then I was able to begin to accept the things that I could not change. In a matter of hours, I found myself in a safe place, the place Al-Anon has created within me. I realized that there was little I could change about the situation. All I could change was my response to it. As I continued to work through this, I grew even more aware of the potential danger to be found in anger in both word and deed. That 1 letter, 1 second choice between working my anger or working my program meant the difference between creating a cavernous gap in my relationships and creating connections based on unity and harmony. I thank my higher power for gently repeating my healthy choices to me through these sharings I've heard at many Al-Anon meetings. Thought for the day: the value of regular attendance at Al-Anon meetings becomes evident when I least expect it, but need it the most. One might think that reading the same steps, traditions, and prayers over and over at meetings would reduce their impact, but that is not true. That's from the book, The Forum, November 1999, page number 4. Oh, so what stood out to me from that reading was reacting and responding to life's circumstances, uh, as well as anger. So I've learned in the 12 steps that I can either react or I can respond. And reaction comes out of habit, just out of the subconscious mind, which I believe runs about 90% of our choices anyway. If we're not really conscious and we're not really aware. If we're aware and conscious, then I personally believe, I don't know if there's any evidence out there on this, but I personally believe we can reduce that. We can reduce the subconscious mind controlling and running our lives. The more aware we become, the more aware I become, I should say. Uh, y'all notice I use I statements as much as I can. Sometimes I use we, sometimes I use you, but for the most part, I do my best to use I statements because I'm referring to myself. Even though y'all can relate, a lot of y'all I'm sure can relate to what I'm saying. It's better to respond instead of react, because react is like a knee-jerk reaction. You've probably heard the term knee-jerk reaction. So it's better if I can respond in the moment and make a conscious choice instead of just fly off the handle. And it could be any emotion, don't have to be anger. But uh, in the past, my anger has got me in trouble because I've reacted and I've said and done things that were not the most supportive things for me. It caused me to get in some trouble, caused me to lose. Uh, I mean, there's a lot of things. I don't want to get too personal on here. This is YouTube, right? It's all over the world, obviously, right? But at the same time, I want to share what I can with y'all. It caused me to get in some trouble. Let's just say that I didn't go to jail, thankfully. But I think sometimes anger can fuel behavioral change, can fuel motivation, can fuel growth. But I'm learning a lot lately from a teacher, Dr. David Hawkins, medical doctor, psychologist. that it's better not to express our emotions. A lot of people say express your emotions. You get mad, go in and beat your pillow up, go scream. But from his research and experience, it's better to actually let them go. So just like let them be and just let them go. Like just surrender them. Like when the anger comes up, say, hey, could I let this go? I'll give y'all a little bit of the teaching here from the Sedona method as well, which is another gentleman by the name of Hal Dwoskin came up with that. I don't think he come up with it. He learned it from Lester Levinson. But it's basically the releasing technique, which you can call it surrender technique. You can call it letting go technique, whatever you want to call it. Don't really matter. But when a feeling comes up, feelings, y'all, are just feelings. They're not facts. But you ask, what I do is I ask. Here's the process, y'all. So, could I accept this feeling in the moment? Okay. Could I accept my anger? Could I accept my joy, my sadness, whatever it is? It's mainly meant, I believe, mostly for negative emotions, or what we so-called label negative emotions. I don't know if there's positive and negative emotions. I think they're just emotions, but there is emotions that are more supported in the body, and emotions that are less supported in the body. Because anger and some things can cause high blood pressure, uh, health issues, and such. But so that's step number one. Step number two is, could I, just for now, could I release or surrender this feeling that I'm having right now? And answer just is yes or no. If you can't, you can't, right? Uh, and then step number three is, would I let go of this feeling that I'm holding on to right now that I have? And then the final step is when. And then if it's now, what Hal Dwoskin teaches, it's just like a pencil or a pen that you have in your hand. You choose to let go of the feeling, whatever it is you have, anger, sadness, fear, whatever. You just open your hand and you just drop it, just like dropping a pen. Obviously, you don't open your hand to drop the emotion unless something that helps you do it. But you just let it go. You're like, shh, let it go, just release it. But it's as simple. The reason for that example is it's as simple as holding on to a pen or pencil and just opening yourself up and just releasing it, letting it go. So that's been my focus lately, just really surrendering my so-called negative emotions I have and trying to move up the scale of consciousness. Y'all can look that up if you have any more interest in that, or if you may already know about it. Apathy and depression and grief is kind of towards the bottom. Fear, lust, that's towards the bottom. But then you can move up higher into anger, pride, and it gets higher and higher than that, all the way up to peace and serenity on the scale. And with every release, it frees up more energy from the body. Because a lot of times we're pushing down our emotions, ignoring our emotions, rejecting our emotions, denying our emotions, suppressing and repressing them. And the suppression and repression is either conscious or unconscious. Trying to get rid of, fighting our emotions. And if we just accept them, which is what I pretty much do. I mean, I'm able to accept my emotions for the last long time, just accept them as they come up. And then I can have a chance to look at them and then release them, surrender them to God, surrender them to higher power, however you want to do it, just to get rid of them. You can even do the pen technique I did a few minutes ago and just pretend it's an emotion in your hand and say, this is anger. This pen is anger. When I open my hand and let it go, it's going to be gone. So that's a pretty good metaphor, pretty good example, I think, to really help with that. And yeah, the more I release, the better I feel, the more energy I have. The higher up I go towards love and peace and joy, serenity, kindness, compassion. So yeah, if y'all have any thoughts on that, y'all let me know in the comments below. Always welcome any of your comments, questions, or suggestions. Oh Lord, blah, blah, blah. That y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. I trust y'all got something good out of that y'all can take into your lives right now, take into your day, and practice. If you want to learn more about that, you can just go on YouTube and just search for letting go, Lester Levinson, the Sedona method. All that stuff is what it's about. So just surrendering our emotional states to God, to a higher power. All right, blow out the candle here. I actually don't have to blow out the candle. Looks like the wax got it, the wick there. So the wax appears to have kind of drowned in my wick. So I'm gonna try to get this wick back up straight. There it goes. Get it back up straight for tomorrow. There it goes. All right, y'all get out there and make it a great day. And look forward to seeing y'all bright and early again tomorrow morning for September the 4th. It's a little cooler out there, so y'all, I'm enjoying the cooler weather. Not cold. I don't like the cold weather, but I am enjoying the cooler weather myself. So it's nice. Not have to worry about pretty soon. Not have to worry about cutting any more grass, spraying any more weeds, which I'm looking forward to coming up pretty soon. So y'all take care. As always, peace and love.